I've been told that before. Alright, there we go. Alright, we wanted hard, we're getting hard. We're getting hard. Alright, options, professional difficulty. We gotta go get the axe. I might have to die a bunch to get it. But we're gonna get it, keep it, and roll through the game. Alright, that's the start we were all looking for, is turning into a duck. Alright, where's the axe? We gotta get the axe. Is it snowing where you are, Smart and Tart? It's 52 degrees here. It's pretty nice. I'll take snow, though. Send me some snow. It never snows in Alabama. Absolute Ellie, I love this version too. This is the most balanced version of Ghosts and Goblins. Okay, that's fine. We need to try and farm the axe. That's the primary objective right now, is farm the axe. Ellie, I remember when you were working through this game about a month or two ago. Fun times. You did really well. You did amazing. You got through it far quicker than the average person. All right, I'm a duck again. All right, that's fine. Give me the... We have to farm it. We have to get the axe somehow. Getting weapons in this game is RNG. I can't control what we get. You have an experienced lag using emulator? Do you have a really good gaming monitor? I've got a pretty standard Asus monitor I'm playing on right now. I do have a CRT TV and all the original hardware and stuff, but... Usually I don't bother playing on that stuff simply because I cannot... Oh, there it is. Oh my god, first try. Alright, game on, guys. Let's go. Let's use this crappy weapon. This weapon sucks. And that's the whole point of this playthrough, is to play through with a bad weapon. In some areas it might be a little bit okay, like right there, it throws at an angle. But no, I've never really noticed lag from emulation. I know a lot of people have told me, like, oh, since I started streaming, they're like, you do realize you're... Oh my god, I can't get that. Well, I'm gonna have to try and dodge it. That's fine. We can't pick up another weapon. We can't pick up another weapon. TV, oh, TV snow. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like when you put it on Channel 3 back in the day. When you were playing on your actual console, on your TV as a kid, you had to put it on Channel 3. At least you did here. Alright, now we got this terrible weapon. Let's get rolling with it. Don't turn me into a duck again, for God's sake. Great, we got birds. I just love fighting birds. Wow. Alright, good dodge there. We are ready to go. We have our weapon. And this is for you guys that have never played this version of Ghouls and Ghosts, it's really good, and it's more balanced, I think, like I said a minute ago. It's more balanced than the Super Nintendo one and the NES one. I think this is the best balanced one of them all. It's way more Okay, this is a bad start. I haven't played this in a bit. I got to get used to the physics. We played the Super Nintendo one last time, so I'm used to the physics in that one, not this one. I got to reacquaint myself with this game, and it's not going well. It's not going too well. I love the Super Nintendo one. I love the NES one, but this one overall just feels the most balanced. As in, it got the most playtesting. It's fair, more fair with the checkpoints. The weapons are a little bit better, so you're kind of looking at just an overall better play experience for somebody that's maybe not as experienced with the Ghosts and Goblins series. I think this one does a good job of getting people into it. Yeah, the axe is an odd weapon in this one. It flies up at an angle, and you can only throw one at a time, which is extreme. Okay, now I can throw two. Thanks for making a liar out of me, game. Appreciate it. How did I throw two axes? That was weird. That was weird. I love the SNES one too. Yes, way balanced, Ellie. Yeah, you played it recently, you know. And I love the SNES one too as well, Spade. Sunati, welcome in. Good to see Sunati. Sunati, our recent Zelda Slayer, who just beat Zelda 1. Excellent job. Great playthrough, might I add. All right, I'm going to go ahead and die on purpose here so we can get the armor. Tsunade, how you doing today? Welcome on in. If you guys do not know Tsunade, please check her channel out as well. She is really cool, really friendly, playing hard stuff. What more could you want? There is nothing more you could want. Absolutely nothing. That was a lucky dodge right there. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday, Tsunade. Good to see you as always. I'm assuming you're going to be starting something pretty new coming up since Zelda. Since good old Zelda is done. You did finish yesterday, Zelda. You were in level 9. I didn't see the end of your stream because I was working, but I'm assuming you finished it. I need to go back and check the VOD. This weapon's terrible, by the way. I'm feeling the heat from this weapon now. It's not doing its job. Yeah, Streamlabs is back. Streamlabs went AWOL on me yesterday. I don't know why, but it's back today. All right, this is not going. This weapon's terrible. Sucks. You finished it, I thought so. Okay, I'm gonna go back and watch your VOD to see the ending. You were working through level 9 when I last saw, and then I got caught up doing work, and I did not get to see the end of it, unfortunately. It sucks when I'm having to work, like, part of the day, some of the days, and I miss things going on in stream. And then there's other streamers I don't get to see at all because I'm not up early enough or I'm just getting started at work. I want to be able to watch everybody. Let's all, like, win the lottery or something so we don't have to do, like, real-life responsibilities anymore. You know how nice that would be? Okay, this pig is probably going to kill me. Wow, this weapon's terrible against this guy. If you toss the second one as the first one's about to leave the screen, the second acts just eat through anything, even bosses. Trying to make it do that. Alright, I'm going to try and kill that pig enemy from Bull. There we go. There we go. That guy is in other Ghosts and Goblins games as well. Coffee, what are you talking about with Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins? I saw something about it. I saw Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins mentioned. The absolute best balance is Ultimate G&G on Ultimate. Had to mention it. You know what? We might start over on Ultimate from the very beginning again because I haven't played it in a while. And this time go into it with my sheet of information that I need. I think that's how we'll do that. I want to do the second quest someday, but not now. Yeah. Second quest is an absolute pain in the original Zelda. I'm not a fan of it. I like first quest so much more. Alright, that worked a lot better than I thought it would. That worked pretty good. You did a great job on that first quest. You just rolled right through the game. When I had the original Zelda 1, it took me God knows how long to get through. Oh, crap. We can't get that. Okay, we gotta farm the axe back. We gotta farm the axe back. Good God. We got the sword. We gotta get it back. How are we gonna get it back? These guys don't exactly drop weapons too often. This is gonna suck, getting this weapon back. This is gonna suck. Is there a chest over here? I don't remember where anything is in this game. I haven't played it in a while. We've already done a sword-only run with this thing. That was not fun at all. That was miserable, because this weapon's very awkward to work with. Second quest in Zelda, it's okay, but it is very, very, very annoying, because they add in new gimmicks and stuff, like hidden secret walls and stuff you have to walk through, and they don't give you a clue where they are. You end up mashing into every wall in every dungeon. Makes you feel better if attended all my streams on my Twitch channel until now. You missed none of them. You need to try streaming sometime, Coffee. Give yourself a shot at a game like this. Since you like the Ghosts and Goblins series, you need to play it yourself. I want to see you play it. You watch me play it so much. This is going really bad. How am I going to get this weapon back? I was not counting on this happening. I got pushed into a weapon I didn't want, which happens all the time in Ghosts and Goblins. Actually, there's one Ghosts and Goblins game you never played, the one for Wonder Swan. I guess I'll have to try and find a way to play that one. Is it like the Game Boy version? The Game Boy Color version? We played that one. If the Wonder Swan one's different from that, we'll have to play it. Alright, please give me the weapon I want. Nope, not gonna get it. Not gonna get the weapon. Sucks. Yeah, you gotta play all the Ghosts and Goblins games, Ox King. I know you. You'll dive into them. Very much different. Okay. Well, we'll give it a shot then at some point. You know what changes when you do professional mode in Ghouls and Ghosts and Super Ghouls and Ghosts? I never found an actual answer. Yeah, the enemies move a little bit faster, and the bosses have more health. That is definitely a thing with the harder difficulties. Slightly faster enemies and more health on bosses. I've tested Super Ghouls and Ghosts on professional versus normal. The bosses have roughly about 30% more hit points. Which in a close fight definitely makes a difference. Especially in Super Ghouls and Ghosts when you have the bracelet at the end of the game. I am trying really hard to get this weapon back. Yes, more lives to get, you need more of the money bags to get the more of the continues as well. Yes, Spade is correct. We got to get the axe back. How can I get it? They're not giving me any opportunity to get anything here. Alright, I guess we have to die again. Because I can't get the axe back. It's an axe-only run, so I have to farm it. This is like the worst place, too, to farm a weapon back. Finish the challenge on the PSP version. No, I'm probably going to go back to that one and just start it over from scratch. Because that one is insanely difficult. And there it is. Thank goodness. Alright. That was easier than I thought it would be to get the axe back. That guy clearly missed me. It counted as a hit anyway. It's just janky with mechanics that are not even the first quest, like invisible wall you need to walk through. Exactly. And the dungeons are a lot more convoluted in the second quest of Zelda as well. Like, if you go the wrong way, you can end up back at the very beginning of a long dungeon. I think that happens on, like, level 7 or 8. It's kind of crazy. You just randomly take a passageway and you're back at the beginning with, like, a one-way trip. Alright, I'm just happy we have the axe back. Alright, the red Aramer is coming up, but you don't even have to fight him. You can just run past him. Alright, there he is. There's our friend. Killing that... See, the axe... Wow, he's dead. The axe is kind of good against him. Because it goes at an angle. That's amazing right there. Alright, so far this hasn't been that bad with the axe. I thought it was going to be harder. I could always get harder, and that's okay. That's fine. That's what we were looking for. Got 2 loops of this game to do as well. Eventually, I would like to do a 1-credit clear of this game. No continues. I know that's going to be extraordinarily difficult. That's okay. There can never be enough Ghost and Goblins content, I think. I don't want the torch. I don't want the torch. I don't want it. I'm going to get pushed into it. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I always jinx myself. I knew that was going to happen. Hey, this isn't that hard. Die immediately after saying it. Yep, just like that. Immediately afterwards, this weapon is slow. That's the problem. It's a very slow weapon, so you can't just rapid fire something down. Like, see, that bird was right on top of me right there, and there was nothing I could do about it. No, we do not need more birds. Disagree completely, Spade. How about less birds? Alright, there we go. That's gonna be a weapon, isn't it? Nope. This one also has checkpoints at the bosses. This is not something that Nintendo or the Super Nintendo one did, was give you checkpoints at the bosses. Not too close. Man, I'm playing like crap today. Works when I quote my own jinx, pretty much. Bird is not the word, absolutely not. We need to play some Bird is the Word game, which is Ghosts and Goblins on NES. That's where the whole bird thing got started. Because the birds on level 2 are just they're just psycho when you start getting into the deeper loops. And we're on loop 11 now, so I'm just wondering if that's even going to be possible to do at this point. It might not be. Wow, this fight's not good with this weapon. Try the Turbo Graphics version. There's no checkpoint on the bosses. Yes, I want to do the Turbo. I've never even played a Turbo Graphics game on stream yet. And then the Ghouls and Ghosts might be a really good one to do. Since it's got limited continues, that would add some really difficult element to this game. God, this weapon's bad. This weapon's really sucking now. If only Mixer let me do his sounds for him. Yeah, every other sound would be a different bird sound. Every other sound would be some type of different bird. I'm glad we don't have sounds just for that very reason. A Super Ghouls and Ghosts race? I don't know about that. I'm not good enough. I don't think I would be worthy to join it. Look at this piece of trash weapon. Look at this weapon. This is not the weapon you want for any type of boss fight. Ghost and Demons? I can't make that game work, Smart and Tart. I tried to. It's the fan-made Ghosts and Goblins game on PC. I couldn't make it work. Like, it just kept crashing every time I tried to make it run. A Super Ghouls and Ghosts race does sound very intriguing, though. It does sound fun. Alright, finally got it done. There we go. Stupid-ass weapon. You do it with the axe only, probably. We just did a run of Super Ghouls and Ghosts with the axe, and it turned out to not be as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would be a lot harder than it was. It was actually somewhat reasonable. Contra will be in it. Well, there's your winner right there, because he's done Super Ghouls and Ghosts Deathless, I believe. That's a future challenge I have for myself as well. Super Ghouls and Ghosts 1 credit clear, and maybe Deathless one day. Alright, axe isn't too terrible here. I don't know why I couldn't get Ghosts and Demons to work properly. I got it to run like once, and then it just started crashing, and I couldn't get it to work again. And then I was going to stream it, and it wouldn't work in OBS, so I just gave up on it. It looked fun, too. I've seen someone else stream it before. It looked fun, but unfortunately, I just couldn't get it to work on my computer. I have no idea why. And I normally can get stuff to work okay, but that game I could not make work. I have no idea. Alright, this part's really annoying if I remember. I haven't done this part. No, okay, I don't want a weapon. I'm gonna have to get myself killed. That's fine. Ever do Contra 3? I've played Contra 3 off stream a little bit when I was younger, but I haven't played it in a long time. I would like to. I would like to eventually beat that on hard, and I know that's a tall task. I know that's a tall task, but that's okay. Would like to play it at some point and beat it. Alright, that went really clean right there. That was really, really, really clean. We made it through that on the first try, basically. Alright, let's see how terrible this weapon is against this guy. Might not be bad. Contra 3 Deathless on hard. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I do like the game, even though it's extremely difficult. I do like that game quite a bit. Alright, that wasn't bad either. Alright. Axe is doing work, guys. This crystal level's coming up next, and I don't really like this one. Contra 3 is very brutal, yes. That is a brutal game. I haven't even gotten the gold armor yet. It's not like it matters. This is a no magic run also. We're not using magic. Magic can make the game a lot easier, so we're not going to use it. There's the gold armor. I don't even know what the... Well, we had gold armor for like 1 second. Not like it matters. Unlike the Super Nintendo version, you don't get the upgraded weapons in this one. So gold armor is just for the magic. I'm just going to run past all this stuff because I don't see any need to fight it. Alright, here we go. Terrible. Terrible. Thought we were going to make it. Well, if you beat it on any other difficulty, the ending just trolls you. That's what I've been told, Ox King. That the game practically makes fun of you. So I guess when we play that game, it'll just have to be on hard. We'll just start grinding it on hard. Why not? I know I'm really asking for it with that game too, but that's okay. I like all Contra games. I've never found a Contra game I didn't like. And I know there's some newer ones that are not good, but I've never played one of those. I've only played the old school ones. That's terrible. Alright, let's just keep running again. I'm going to stand back on this part next time. Alright, here we go. Alright, how can I hit this worm from here? Not like that. There's got to be a better way to hit that worm. The weapon is going up at an angle. That's a bit of a problem. Hardcore is the opposite. Little to no RNG. I really enjoyed Hardcore. Contra Hardcore on Genesis is good. Really, really good game. I thought it was excellent. Need to go back and play it again, too. I'd like to play it with the other characters. I played it with Brownie, who's basically the best character. So, some of the other characters aren't quite as good, like Fang. He's really big, and he's a big, giant target. That would make the game significantly harder. That's how Rat played through it. She played as Fang. And ended up beating it. It was a great playthrough. It took a while, because it's hard. This better not be a weapon. Don't be a weapon. Okay. I can deal with that. I've never played Contra Force. I've heard mixed opinions on that one. I've heard it. Okay, I did not remember that that kills you in one hit. Yeah, I've never tried Contra Force. I've heard it's bad. But since I haven't played it, I can't really make a judgment on it. I don't like to call a game bad unless I've personally played it a decent amount. Oh, that was close. Alright. Are we going to get armor back? It's hard to get armor back in this one. Most of the chests just have the bad guy in it. Okay, this is going to be a problem because the weapon goes at an upward angle and we're trying to hit stuff below us. Alright, so that's fine. I probably just skipped the chest that had armor in it. That's fine. Alright, good dodge there. Let's check this chest. This weapon's bad. Weapons bad. Bosses are mostly fixed. They're not really all that unpredictable. I noticed that in Hardcore as well. I noticed that. Thank you so much, Ox King, with a gift sub to Smart and Tart. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it. Too kind. Way too kind. Thank you so much, man. Smart and Tart, enjoy the emotes. Appreciate that very much, Ox King. You guys know you don't have to do that kind of stuff. We're just here to have a good time. You guys don't have to donate or gift subs or any of that. You know that. We're just here to have fun. But I appreciate it very, very, very much. Like, my channel has grown, like, way more than I ever could have imagined. It just seems unthinkable to me. Alright, I was hoping that would work like that. I didn't know you could even jump over that thing. Used to rent it and beat the game because it's so short, kind of like a guilty pleasure. Yeah, Contra Force is one of those, some people like it, some people absolutely hate it. So it plays slowly. That feels really weird for a Contra game. Really weird. I'm just so used to Contra on NES, playing it like the speed of light. This fight might be quite difficult because the standard strategy of sitting over here is not going to work, so we're going to have to get in the middle. And being in the middle here is not where you want to be. Alright, is that going to hit stuff? Alright, 2 of them are dead. Hey, Diva, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to our Ghouls and Ghosts challenge. We already played Mega Man 2 on Game Boy, and it was like the easiest Mega Man game in existence. So now we're trying to do something harder. And this is going well. We're already up to this level. How you doing today, Diva? Good to see you. Give Diva a shout out. Diva hasn't started streaming yet, but she's going to, so we're going to start doing shout outs. Welcome in. It works in favor of the multiple. Yes, I want to do everything with that game, with Contra Hardcore. Lost my train of thought there, but yeah, we're gonna do everything. I don't know how we survived that. Don't ask, because I don't. No! Stupid little grub. Stupid little grub killed me. Can I reach that from here? I don't think so, no. Axe doesn't do terrible damage, it's okay. These worms in this thing are just ridiculous. You need a rapid fire weapon for this boss, and we don't have that. We have the axe. Alright, so far so good here. Scrub grub. They brought this monster back in Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins Resurrected. It's like a mini-boss fight in that game. And that's the hardest game I've ever played. If you guys want a really, really hard Ghosts and Goblins game, play the new one on Legend difficulty. You will not be disappointed in difficulty. If you're looking for psychotic levels of difficulty, that game will do it for you. That's the hardest of all the Ghosts and Goblins games. Come on, this thing's close to being dead. Alright, one more. This is the hardest one to get because it's in the middle. Damn it! I'm gonna try and get the middle one first. The grub is alive when it has worms ripping out of its body. Maybe it's undead. Maybe it's just undead. That's what we'll call it. Alright, middle one's dead. We're gonna start with the harder ones. Work our way down. Now this game's got, if that game got DLC for the Super Ghouls and Ghosts stages, would you play it? Absolutely. We're going to play more Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection anyway. I'm going to try and find a way to make it even harder. You can increase the speed of the game, and so we're just going to play it like that. We're going to make it even harder. As if that wasn't hard enough already. But I missed the game, and I liked it, so yeah, we'll play it again. And we have to do Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins, of course. I like the way Ultimate... Gotta do better. Gotta do better. Gotta do better. This part's hard with this weapon. This is practically the worst weapon you could have for this particular boss fight here. I'm pretty sure. Alright, take the middle one out first. Good start. That's exactly the start I was looking for. Should go ahead and just start over, honestly. I'll try. You have a weapon that flies up against enemies that are on a slope below you. This is exactly the weapon we wanted here. Yeah, the magic metronome. Yep, we're going to do that. I'm going to continue my previous playthrough of Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, and we'll start with all the equipment and stuff, but try and get through every level with the speed increased to like double. So I'll be able to go into it with all the spells and stuff, but double speed is going to be something. Alright, this run's going a little bit better. No, it was. This is practically the hardest boss fight in the game right here. This is harder than the end boss by far. It's harder than the boss at the end of the next level. And this is even doubly harder with a crappy weapon. Thought this was one of the coolest bosses in G&G. This is a well-designed one. It is. And it's not that bad if you bring the right weapon into it. Like the knife. You really want the knife for this fight. Man. Not going well. Not going well. Going badly. Aim for the hearts, livers, and genitals. Take those lizards to lunch. Trying. Trying. You don't know where those worm things are going to go. That's the problem with this fight. Alright, let's try doing it on this side. Alright, 2 are down. Gonna go ahead and... Nope. Ah, come on! I'm better than this! I'm better than this. This is garbage play. This is garbage. Very, very garbage stuff right now. Alright, that's already dead. What's up, Fozzie? Diva, I could not agree more. I'm so happy it's Friday. The weeks get longer every week, it feels like. Every week gets longer. That's crap. It's crap play. Yeah, axe only. Axe only. Fozzie, how you doing today, man? Couldn't make the jump. It was either attempt that jump right there or fall. See if we can just hit him in the middle. Nope, hitbox isn't good enough. Okay, hitbox is smaller than I was giving it credit for. Alright, stupid start again. Another stupid start. You know what? I'm defenseless when these little grubs are getting underneath me because I can't hit them with a standard attack, and if I jump, the orange worm hits me. It's crazy. Think of Majora's Mask. Not really a fan of what I've seen of it. I like some of the gameplay style, but asking me to like a 3D type game like that with puzzles is a bit too much. I'm glad to watch a playthrough of it, but that's not something I would ever consider playing on my own, because I would just get frustrated. It would be, I don't know where to go now, I'm done. That's how that would be. This sucks. This fight sucks with this weapon. This is a terrible weapon for this fight. Doing great. I was playing this earlier, but I cheated and used the knife. I wish I could use the knife too. But we're using the axe. And that's making this insane. Alright, middle is dead. That corner Cinny's stubborn style. Cinny played this, didn't he? Alright, hit it! Wow, I can't believe did not take a hit there. This is amazing. Can that take a hit from here? I'm wondering if the hitbox is... Nope, hitbox doesn't work that way. I was hoping. What's the time limit? We have 2 minutes. We have plenty of time to use this weapon. I beat this boss. Was a nightmare. You know what the bad thing is about that, Tsunade? If you get stuck with this weapon here and you don't want it, it's you can't get anything else. And yes, it is an absolute nightmare. I'm sorry that happened to you on your playthrough. That's terrible. NORAD, welcome in. I'm doing good, Fozzie. I'm having a great day. I'm very annoyed with this boss fight right now, but we'll get through it. It's not fun, though. NORAD, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm doing great. Doing great. This boss could show an ounce of mercy, though. That would be great. All right, let's run under the... Okay, we're 1 away. No! Jeez! All right, getting better. Getting better. It's like 4 hits on each heart. This worm's bullying me because I've got a bad weapon. It's got all the advantage here. Okay, that's going well. 2 more. This is the hardest 2 to get because these worms crowd in on you at this point. Alright, I'm going to hide over here for just a second. Alright, let's go. Nope, hiding didn't work. Hiding didn't work. Alright, how am I supposed to do this? They're giving me no opportunity to move here. Alright, here we go. Can't finish. Can't finish. Leave it with 1. Leave it with 1. That was the theme yesterday in Ninja Gaiden 3. Leave everything with 1 hit point. This is totally doable. Just gotta get better. Alright, didn't kill it on the first try that time. Unfortunate. But expected. Unfortunate, but expected. That's the way this fight's going. This is going to be the hardest part of the game. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is going to be the worst part of this entire playthrough. And this is just loop 1. Loop 2 gets harder. This fight's really easy if you bring a decent weapon into it. If you bring the knife into this fight, it's over in no time. Because you need to be able to rapid fire to protect yourself from these little grubs. Wow. Wow. You know what? I'm going to go over to the right side first at the start of this fight and see if that's going to make it easier. Because this is the part, we're having the most trouble with this part over here on this side. This is where the trouble is. Alright, 1 is dead. Yeah, this is really rough. This is rough. Yeah, this is the worst spot to be standing. Well, I wanted things to be harder. I was griping about Mega Man 2 on Game Boy being too easy. Well, I think we got some challenge now. I think we're where we need to be. Yeah, see, the weapon flies upwards. You can't defend yourself. This is why you don't want to fight this with the axe. I thought we were taking a hit there. I thought we were taking a hit there. Yeah, Goten actually beat the levels 1 and 2 of Contra Red Falcon last night. That was impressive. You were getting ready to give up on it too. Now you can't give up on it. You're making some big progress. I'm legit frightened of that game too. That looks hardcore. I remember when you played it, Tsunade. Good God. That game is something else. For you guys that don't know, it's Revenge of the Red Falcon. It's a hack of Contra that makes it way, way longer and way harder. It's insane. Way more enemies. It's like a shmup with the amount of bullet hell going on. So if you want hardcore Contra stuff, that's the game for you. I swear these worms are like box you in as this fight goes on. I swear the patterns change. Alright, we're almost there. It won't pop out! Finally! Good God, I hate this fight. I hate this fight so much. Alright, we're finally done with that. Alright. I bet this level with the Aramers is going to be easier than that awful thing was. Thanks for the GGs, guys. That was not fun. That was not fun. Let's see how this goes. What did I say? I bet it might not be as hard. This weapon's good against them. This weapon's actually good against these guys. Alright, get over here. Just annihilating them. Just absolutely annihilating them. Easy. Easy. Didn't even take a hit on those guys. We have gold armor. That's not going to do anything because it's a no magic run. Alright, now that we're through that awful grub boss, things are actually happening. Did a couple of attempts last night. Super fun. I was thinking about streaming some of that Contra hack today. Dude, Zaylen, definitely. You played that before you played some, Oh, crap. We're at the checkpoint. Okay, there we go. That's all I wanted. I wanted to just get to the checkpoint here. We're good. Yeah, I want to play some Revenge of the Red Falcon as well. I've got it downloaded. I just haven't given it a shot yet. I'm intimidated by that level of difficulty. But it'll be fun. It'll be a grind. Wow, that was some nice long range there. Anomi, what's up? Welcome in. How are you doing today? We're doing some super ghouls and we're doing ghouls and ghosts here. With the axe only. We're trying to make it difficult. Welcome in, Anomi. Good to see you. Hope you're having a fine Friday. Things are going well for me today. Hope the same for you. That was a long-range fire attack he got me with. I didn't even think they had that kind of range. Alright, dead. Now we're making some progress. This part kind of sucks right here, though. Yeah. Gotta learn how to do this part. There's a way to do that part without taking damage. I just don't know it. Those pig dudes are friends of mine. Sorry, Orcus. They have to die. They're in the way, unfortunately. Hate it when I watch VODs because I'll get to type and be like, oh, you're watching the past, idiot. Hey, Diva, I've done that before, too. I've done that before, like when somebody was playing something that I wanted to see the ending of, and I didn't have time to see it live. I was like, yeah, let's go back to the VOD. And then I was watching the VOD for so long, I forgot it was a VOD. And then I have tried to type into it, and I was like, oh, wait, this happened like a day ago. So I'm right there with you. There's a way to do this part good. I just don't know how to do it. Alright, there we go. There we go. He's dead. Doing good on my lunch break. You're pretty far using the axe. Yeah, there's only been one part that's been really unfair with the axe. Okay, we're not getting a weapon. That grub boss is a huge problem with this weapon. Alright, I don't know how I'm not getting hit there, but I'm not going to ask about it. We're just going to keep going. Alright, we do need to kill this... all that stuff. And that's going to be a problem with this crap-ass weapon. That's going to be a problem. There's 2 loops of this, too. The grub boss is disgusting looking, it is. It's a well-designed boss for what it tries to do, but boy, it's very annoying. Alright, I think I get... no, I thought I messed up that pattern right there. You have to kind of memorize that pattern. Alright, this guy should not be able to hit me from there. There we go. Gotta learn how to do this. Yes, Naughty finished Zelda. First playthrough of Zelda. It was a really, really good playthrough, too. I played through the original Zelda as a kid. It took me forever to get through it. I still don't understand this fight. There's a way to do this fight good, like I said. It's not happening, though. Cisco, what's up, man? Welcome in. How you doing today? Thank you for getting him a shout-out, Goten. Appreciate it very much. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday, dude. We're doing a little ghouls and ghost action here with the axe only. It's not going terrible. I wonder if that's hitting him. It did hit him. No, it didn't. He was hiding off the screen. Never mind. You're trying to beat Beetlejuice? I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. Oh my god, Beetlejuice. That's one of the worst games of all. Nope. This is doable with a good weapon. That's how you do this part. I figured it out. You need a good weapon. This is not it. Sometimes the axe just decides to throw 2 when one's going off the screen, like Smart and Tart told me. Yeah, I had Zelda when I was like 8 years old. It took me a long time to get through it. I did have some help, though. Right. That's wonderful right there. This is the help I got as a... Hold up, that magazine's nowhere close to where I thought it was. I thought it was sitting right here. I guess not. Oh, wait, here it is. Yeah, so this is the help I got with Zelda as a kid. This Nintendo book here, the official Nintendo Player's Guide. I owned this when I was a kid. It's got really good maps and stuff of Zelda in it, and it shows where a lot of the hidden stuff is. And it's got some fairly detailed maps here of the first 6 dungeons, which is really, really, really nice. And they even show you where the items are hidden. But beyond the first 6 dungeons, that was it. You had to figure the rest out on your own. I was stuck on level 9 for, I think, a couple of months. But that got me going on Zelda. I think without that, I would not have had any success. Only made it to level 3 on Beetlejuice, figuring out tricks, so it's not too bad. That's one of LJN's worst games, Beetlejuice. LJN's made some bad games. That one's especially bad. Yeah, gotta keep it handy. Beetlejuice, it is confusing. The game doesn't really tell you what to do in a lot of cases, and you like need some type of special move to kill a boss so that can run out before you even get there. Terrible game. Terrible. Not quite, maybe not quite as terrible as this is going. Because I'm kind of stuck here now. We're at a fight here where the axe is really useless once again. I'm pretty sure I would have gotten hit there. Alright, he's dead. Deathless Beetlejuice? I don't know about that. Bill and Ted, that's even worse. What were they thinking with Bill and Ted? Bill and Ted should have just been a standard side-scrolling game like Mario or something. It would have been okay. But no, it's a search game. God, what a stupid idea. I can't believe Hatchlord put up with that. The guy's amazing for putting up with that game. Just insane. Alright. Wish we could get our armor back. Nope. Alright, that's fine. I don't need it. How did you hit me? The hitbox is not that size. What made Jurassic Park on NES so bad? No sets of instructions anywhere. I hate those kind of games where you're supposed to search for things and you have no clue where to even begin, and the game doesn't like provide any type of help whatsoever. And no, this is going so badly. No. Home Improvement's even worse. It's like the worst game possible of that type of game. There's no game, I think that's the worst game on, maybe the worst retro game of all time. Alright, let's go ahead and die again. This is going terrible. Stuck here with a bad weapon is not going to be fun. Hatshot's Dragon's Lair for NES was fun. I want to try that, Anomi. I've never really gotten into it besides playing the first screen. I think maybe once you get used to the controls, the game would get a bit better, like the really delayed controls. I'd like to give it a shot. A lot of people have been playing that recently too, over the past couple of months and stuff. I want to join in with some Dragon's Lair. Maybe that's asking for trouble, but I don't know. Bump and jump, you don't get enough lives. That's the problem with that game. Alright, I guess we can just keep dodging back and forth like this. Alright, that's okay. Sometimes the axe just decides to start throwing too, and that's really good when that happens. Hatchlord's policy is that he'll play whatever you send him. Unfortunately, people are trolling the life out of him. He's too nice a guy to be treated like that. I wouldn't send him anything bad, but people can't help themselves. People want to see other people suffer. I get it. It's very cruel. People enjoyed my Superman 64 play because I was suffering in that. Alright, this part's not fun at all! Good God! You know what? Maybe I should kill the other guy and then back up. I don't know. This weapon's just so bad. Axe is now your favorite. Oh my God. It wasn't so bad early on, Throg, but it's getting worse very quickly. Imagine the controls of Superman 64 in 2D. Boy, that'd be fun. I'm going to give Dragon's Lair a fair shot. I'm going to give it a shot. I think it's going to be okay. I think it's not going to be as bad as I think it is. I kind of like the graphics and stuff look nice. I've seen the last boss fight done. That looks really hard. So it's got some things going for it. If you want to try Dragon's Lair, just watch AVG an episode on it. Tell me if you still want to play it. I do kind of want to play it in like a morbid curiosity kind of way. I've popped it on very quickly just to try it out. Yeah, it's bad. Can't do this part. Alright, that's a little better. I know how to kill these guys really quickly if you have the knife. You can just get under them and just melt them, but you can't do that here. Superman 64 was terrible. That's definitely the worst game I've played on stream so far. Definitely. It's going to be hard to top Superman 64. As far as like a bad game redemption. Uh-oh. I'm going to kill this guy so I have more room to move backwards. Alright, let's see if we can pull these things onto this screen so I have room. Or you could just stay there and keep getting hit. That'd be even better. That guy taking damage? I don't think that guy's taking any damage. Oh, he wasn't. He wasn't taking damage from that when he was clearly visible on the screen. That was bullcrap right there. Go 10, you're lucky you chose Lester the Unlikely instead of Superman 64, that's for sure. You know, honestly, the only bad part about Lester the Unlikely is trying to grab the vines. That part's really terrible, but beyond that, it's not the worst game ever. I mean, I'd kind of like to revisit it and try and do a 1 credit clear of Lester the Unlikely. I know that sounds unlikely, but it would kind of be fun to make it happen, I guess. Maybe. All right, you can hide under... I'm going to try and use the same strategy here. Nope, wasn't quick enough. Dead. The weapon is just too weak. Do good things, Mixer. You awesome. You can do it. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll definitely get it. Just a bit of a grind right now. I'm not surprised. What if I back up a little bit on this guy? Will that make this fight go faster? I think it will. Yeah, there we go. Home Improvement is not back, so yes, it'll be hard to top Superman 64. Now, Home Improvement would be worse. Simply because I hate the way that game plays. I don't like the objective in Home Improvement is what makes that such a bad game. I'm going to take a hit. I don't think you can beat these without taking a hit with this weapon. I'm kind of convinced of that. Waiting for Ninja Gaiden 3 Pacifist. We'll try it at some point, maybe with the Japanese version so I get unlimited continues. Definitely wouldn't happen with the US version. No chance. Dead. Dead. This weapon's causing issues. Lots and lots of issues. What were they thinking with the balance in this game, honestly? How could this weapon even be remotely comparable to the knife? What were they thinking? It's not balanced. So now Lester seems fun to you? Hey, compared to some of the other crap we've played, it does. That's what I'll give it. How about that? Waiting for Pacifist. More Pacifist. God, Pacifist Ninja Gaiden 3. That's insanity. Oh my god, we killed him without taking a hit. That was a miracle. Okay, let's see if we can capitalize on this. Spirit Buddy, what's up, man? Welcome on in. How's it going? You guys don't know Spirit Buddy. He helped me get through Superman 64. Man's a genius. Gave me some crucial Superman 64 hints. How you doing today? Waiting for Pacifist, yes. Waiting for absolute death. And that's how that goes. Good God, I can't even imagine Ninja Gaiden 3 Pacifist. I'm gonna get hit here. You stay duck right in the middle, are you okay? Or, I don't know, maybe you're safe there. Alright, they're dead. Now let's try and do this. Haven't figured this out yet, but... Still haven't figured this out yet. You gotta give me a chance. You gotta give me a chance. You can't take up the whole screen. Elder Scrolls 6 will come out before that, more than likely. For like games we think about doing Pacifist, I mean, I can't imagine one worse right now than Ninja Gaiden 3. Because of how much... I'll take another death. No problem, Spirit Buddy. No problem, man. Good to see you as always. This level's causing all kinds of issues, but I should not be surprised by that. We are using the axe. Axe is better than fire. I think the torch is better, Hacksaw. What's up, by the way? Good to see you, man. I thought the torch was better than this piece of trash. We've done a torch run for this game already, and it was easier than the axe. This weapon's just absolutely dreadful. No, take a hit. That's cool. That's fine. Is there another chest here? We need to try and get it back. Yeah. Yeah, we've done a run with every weapon in this game now, except for this one. And I'm not counting the lance or the, knife, because those are good weapons. But yeah, we've done runs with all the crappy weapons, including the sword, which is a melee-only weapon. Which, it wasn't that bad, besides the boss of this level. That was really, really bad. Dead again. Dead again. This game is showing no mercy right now. We'll get there, though. Just need that perfect run. That's how Ghosts and Goblins works. You're always looking for that perfect run. Go ahead and take a death. We missed it by a pixel. Missed it by a pixel right there. Eventually, I want to do this game on 1 credit clear with actual good weapons. Like getting the knife. It still would be very difficult, but I think it would be doable. I watched Proto Shield do it months back. It's definitely doable, but it's a grind. I never beat this game, don't think I ever will. You could definitely beat this one, Anomi. This is, of all the Ghosts and Goblins games, this one's the most balanced. So, if you're wanting to get into the series, this is a great one to do it with. Remember, I'm using the axe, too. If you were actually playing the game, you'd have the knife here, doing really good things with the knife. But the axe is a terrible weapon, so this is making it way, way, way harder than it should be. Alright, let's not... Okay. Made it through by like 1 pixel again. Alright, guy's dead. I beat these guys earlier without taking a hit. It's possible. Timing's just crazy on that other one. Alright, now we're in better shape. This is near the end of the game. We're almost to loop 2. For you guys that don't know, Ghosts and Goblins games have 2 loops. You have to beat the game twice, which is a big part of the difficulty of these kind of games. That was close. Alright, I'm going to go up here this time and see if we can fight them from this area. Might make it easier. Alright, that might have armor. Let's see if we can get the armor. No armor, of course not. Why would that be a thing? I think there's another chest nearby, though, that might have armor. This better have armor. A weapon. Okay, so they're just not going to provide armor. I get it. I see how it works. Yeah, just don't use the axe, exactly. You can do it. Get the knife and you're fine. Everything will be fine once you get the knife. Maybe this will be armor. Alright, they finally give it to me when we get to the checkpoint. Alright, don't know how hard this fight's going to be with the axe. I have no idea. Probably not that bad. Absolutely a joke. Okay, see? That fight with the sword was nearly impossible. It took like 50 tries with the sword to beat that guy. Arthur, you've done well so far, but you will not be able to defeat Loki, who's behind the door. Go back to the village and get the magic power from the goddess of battle. Who's that talking right there? I'll find a day where I'm ready to torture myself playing it. Yeah, this is a fun game, Anomi. I think you'd do just fine with it. I think you would do just fine. Arthur, put on your magic armor and open the magic box. Sure that the goddess will appear. Okay, we'll be getting that on the last level of Loop 2, but until that, we're stuck with the axe again. So this is a Loop 2. It's a little bit harder. Let's see if we can get back there fairly quickly. Thanks for the GGs, guys. I appreciate it. Feels strongeth welling in our body. That's correct. That is correct, Coffee. I still can't believe they butchered the spelling and stuff that badly in the translation. That's amazing that they were able to screw it up that much. Alright, much cleaner this time. That was God? I guess so. Well, God should be doing more work then if that was God. Why is this up to Arthur? Why is this up to Arthur? It should be up to him. If he's so all-powerful, well, then do something. Nope, that can't happen. That can't happen. It's up to Arthur. Alright, is this gonna die? No, it's not. Stupid, worthless weapon. Stupid, worthless weapon. These things are even worse in Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. They're horrifying in that game. I'm just going to skip this pig monster. No need to fight it. There's another one over there. Okay, where was I supposed to go there? Was I supposed to jump over him? I was supposed to get there with armor, maybe. Gosh darn, the new Kirby game looks awesome. I'm a sucker for Kirby. I need to get into Kirby games. I've only played the one on Game Boy. I've seen... I should go ahead and take a death. It's stupid to move on when you get a hit right at the start of the fight. God works in mysterious ways. That's true. I guess that's really true for this one. Oh, I can't do anything. By the way, you should go kill stuff with your axe. God, I'm going to sit this one out. Yep. God's like, he's using an axe? Well, God help him. He's just sitting back enjoying the show. The hitbox on those things is like very specific. Alright, let's see if we can... No, we can't kill it from underneath because it just respawns. Ever since the Game Boy, I love the hungry pink fellow. I gotta play more Kirby games, I really do. I've played a grand total of 1. And I know I'm missing out, they're good games. This pig monster! Okay, I'm gonna go further over and see if we can bait the other pig monster before going up there. Alright, that's what I should have done the first time. Everything is fixable. Kirby's Night's usually not too challenging. We can find a way to make it more challenging, that's for sure. We can do a no-death run of Kirby games. We can do 1-credit clears or none using certain powers that Kirby's got and that type of stuff. We can definitely make it harder. Alright, good right there. Alright, we're going to get back there fast. We're going to get back there fairly quickly because now I'm used to the physics in this game. And we won't be accidentally picking up a stupid weapon here that I didn't want. Like, I accidentally got the sword last time right here. I was scared to attack right there because that guy could have dropped a weapon. Start on hard mode, you also never need any powers. Deathless, no transform Kirby. Sounds good. Sounds good. The original Kirby on Game Boy didn't even have transform. Kirby could just grab enemies and then spit them out at other enemies, and the enemies became the projectiles. That was your power in the original Kirby game on Game Boy. I liked it, though. And then they introduced the powers and stuff, I think, on the Nintendo version. Right, this part can be a little bit trolly. There we go. Got through that nice and quick. I don't know what we're going to play next. There's plenty of time to play something else. We're going to beat this. You know, like these turtles. Yeah, that's one of the trollier parts of the game, those turtles right there. Yeah, I remember getting stuck on them quite for a while my first time through the game. Back to work I go. Good luck, have fun, and Nomi, thank you so much, dude. Don't work yourself too much. Don't work too hard. Oh, you piece of garbage. You hit me with a skull. That's okay. The axe will take care of you. Good night. I like turtles. Oh my goodness. That stupid kid. That was so weird. Oh, I love the Game Boy game so much. Yeah, we got to do a run of that. We got to do Kirby no power-up run sometime. Don't use health replenishing items. Yeah, I see plenty of ways to do it. Night Shadow, what's up, dude? How's Mixer doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm getting trolled a little bit here, but that's to be expected because we're doing a run with practically the worst weapon in this game. But that's fine. That's fine. Have I ever played Darkman on NES? No, but I know that's really bad. We might put that up for redemption at some point. What do you guys think about that for a trash game redemption? Darkman. That game sucks. Maybe it wouldn't be that bad to play through it. I mean, some bad games are more tolerable than others. Maybe that one would be. I don't really know. I'm not experienced with Darkman. I know there's an Angry Video Game Nerd episode on it, and Goten played it months back, so I've seen a little bit of it. God, really? That sucks. Love seeing that kid's redemption on Tosh. Did he? Was there a redemption for that I Like Turtles kid? Was there, like, more to it? That was just like... Don't pick up a weapon. Anything but picking up a weapon. I'll die again if I have to, but don't pick up a weapon. Yes, you have to see it. Okay, yeah, now I feel I do have to see it. Meows, welcome in. How you doing today, Meows? Good to see you. Doing a little Ghouls and Ghosts challenge here. It's going okay. That stupid plant. There's more enemies spawning as Loop 2. Turtle soup. Yeah, tonight. Anytime I ever hear turtle soup, I always hear tonight I dine on turtle soup. Because that was a quote from Shredder. And he says that in like so many different Turtles materials and media and that type of stuff. So turtle soup is always going to be Shredder to me. Alright, this part could be okay with this weapon. Or not. It's stupid-ass weapon. Good God. That's challenging Darkman. The controls suck. But, yeah, for a bad game, I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised. Most bad games, usually, bad control is usually a big part of it. No! No! No. I think going faster here makes it easier. Because you don't give enemies time to spawn. I think that's the deal with this. Yeah, see, you keep going fast, and then there's like no threat at all. That's super awkward. They want you to speedrun that part. Alright, this boss is not super easy with this weapon, but not one of the worst. Really? You just moved up just enough to get me. Voodoo Mutin is the Japanese version of Demon Sword, is an interesting one. Don't think I've seen that. Music is good on Darkman, could never get far as a kid. Maybe we need to try and beat Darkman. It's based on a movie that I've never seen. I don't think most people have seen that movie. I know I've barely, like, I didn't even know it was a movie until I saw the game first. Alright, well that guy turned out to not be a threat after all. Music is twice as long as the US release. I'll have to look that one up. I'm not super familiar with that, Pookums. Darkman pretends he's constantly in an ice level. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds like a blast, slipping and sliding all over the place, especially after that terrible Ninja Gaiden level we played yesterday that had the ice on it. That was one of my least favorite levels I've seen in quite some time. Think of the Firefoxes, not browsers, and GNGR to set those fire birdies into perspective. That's true. It could always be a million times worse, right? God, that was absolute madness, those levels. Ghost and Goblins Resurrection was an experience. I'm not going to get that, am I? Okay. Is this weapon going to do something? Okay, it almost did nothing there. I made a bad jump. Okay, that was dumb. That was dumb. DM'd you the I Like Turtles Redemption video on Discord so you can watch it if you want. Thank you. I will watch that right after the stream's over. I appreciate that, Zaylin. Anytime you guys want me to like see something like that, just send me a private message with a link to it. Appreciate it. I can't believe there's more to that I Like Turtles kid. I'm kind of shocked about that. Well, I wonder what that kid's doing today. He became like a meme before memes were a thing. Saw the movie back in the day starring Liam Neeson. Okay. The role I know him the most from now is Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars. I know he was big into movies and stuff before that, but that one's the one that like stands out the most. To me, anyway. Alright, we're making pretty good progress here. This is not going badly at all. Alright, we're almost to the next section. Soviet Russia weapons get you. That's right. That is right. He's lobbing he's loving turtles now. Oh my god. Gotta see that. Alright, there's like one particular jump you have to make here. Yeah, there you go. This part's really tricky if you haven't done it before. You get stuck on this area for a long time. I know I was first time I got here. This part's real touchy-feely. There we go. Alright, already back to the boss here. We're almost back to that part I hate. We're back to the crystal levels right after this. I'm probably going to get hit here, that's fine. This is their boss, like, there's people have referenced Kirby in relation to this boss. Alright, piece of cake, boss. Alright, back to the god-awful level. Taken's a really good Liam Neeson, that's right. I remember Taken. I remember that. I always just know him as Qui-Gon Jinn. Because I saw that Star Wars movie back as right after high school ended for me. That was kind of like a turning point in my life, and I remember like most of the details from it. Like I wasn't even out of high school like a couple of weeks, and I saw Star Wars Episode 1. Stupid piece of crap. Oh, that's right. The crystals on the ceiling hurt you. That's garbage. It looks like Krakow from Kirby. Okay, yeah, that's a Kirby game I haven't seen yet. Find a way to make Kirby harder. No transformations. Yeah, see, you guys all know Krakow, except for... Oh, I did it again. I jumped into the ceiling. Enemies are quicker this time. Have to take that into account. The enemies are going to move faster. Maybe we should do some, no. I was thinking about Loop 11, Ghost and Goblins. We should save that for a little bit later. We have time to put another game in for a while, though. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know how we avoided damage there. I have no idea, but it happened. I'm not complaining. Alright, this is the... Nope. I was going to say if you just keep running here, it's going to be okay, but that didn't happen. Alright, this worm, how are we going to get it? It's below me. How about just run past it? And get to the checkpoint. Perfect. Alright, making good progress. Yeah, we could do Mega Man 3 on Game Boy. We could. I have no idea the order to do the bosses in. That'll be interesting. Is that going to be armor? How about armor? Armor would be great. Got hit by everything right there. Krako's boss monster in Kirby games. An eyeball inside a cloud. Looks friendlier than this one, though. I'll have to look that up. Now I'm curious. Like, every time I fought that boss before, like, playing this game, people were like, oh, that's from Kirby. And I'm like, huh? Alright, one more hit on this guy and he's down. We're trying to hit things that are below me with a weapon that goes upwards. Quite a long drop. Quite a long drop right there. Didn't see that coming. Holy crap. Fabled, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Get you a shout out. Hope all is right with you today. Also, Steamy, welcome in. You got to lurk, but I'm here. No problem, man. No problem. Don't mind lurking a bit. I have to lurk all the time. You need the points? Well, maybe you shouldn't lurk. Maybe you shouldn't be here at all. No, I'm just kidding. I know what you're saving for. You want me to play Dark Castle. I get it. I get it. Dark Castle. Wow, these things are ripping me now. Hope you guys are having a great day. You're enjoying your day off. Perfect. You know what? Friday should always be a day off. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday should always be days off. 3-day weekends. I used to love that back in school when for some reason the school wasn't on a Friday for whatever reason. I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. I've not gotten past that part without not taking a hit yet. Alright, that snake's going to be right there. Snake's going to be right there. I'm getting shot and there's no room to move. I missed the Superman conclusion. Yeah, we finished Superman 64 the other day. Thankfully, Cisco. Good God, what a terrible, terrible, terrible game. My God, that's a bad game. Definitely the worst I've played so far. Alright, how did you predict where I was going to jump there? How did you predict that? Thing predicted it. I don't think we're going to find a game as bad as Superman 64. I really don't. That was bad for all the wrong reasons, too. It wasn't the difficulty or anything. It was controlling it and figuring out what to do. The objectives just made no sense. This part's a lot harder on loop, too. They're shooting at me very quickly. So yeah, Bart's Nightmare up as a redemption. I tried to play that when I was younger, Bart's Nightmare, and I hated it so much. I know how to play it, like all the little mini games and stuff. I just don't like it. Oh, well, we skipped a bunch of stuff there. Okay, we'll just keep going. Keep going. I'll take the skip right there. Gonna be a snake spawn like any second now. Any second now. There we go. Alright, how can we dodge this? How can we dodge this? Lex did win a lot. Actually, Hacksaw, Lex ended up winning after all. It was a bad ending in Superman 64. When you win, it's like, you rescued your friends from the virtual world, but in the real world, Lex is still there, and Lex laughs and the game ends. So you don't get a good ending in Superman 64. It's like, if you put up with the game this long, they're just going to troll you anyway. They just didn't care at that point. They just wanted to make fun of you for playing the game, apparently. They knew it was a bad game. Just the perfect run right there just completely imploded. Employer won't like me taking Friday part of the weekend, but I support doing it. Yeah, most employers I don't think would be for that idea. But for the workers, it would be the greatest thing ever. And as a kid in school, having Friday off was like the greatest thing ever. This part's a lot harder on loop 2 because enemies are shooting at me quicker. Can we hit the snake? Yes. Alright, I'm not even going to touch the chest because I know it's not going to be armor. I asked for that. I asked for that. I did ask for that. Early release Thursday, followed by Friday off, and then come Monday it snowed, and there just happened to be a national holiday on Tuesday. You get a random vacation. Boy, that would be nice. If it coincidentally all came together like that. No, what? No! Oh, wait, yes. Never mind. That was cool. We just skipped half. Never mind. I was going to say, hey, guys, look, we just skipped half the level by getting knocked down the platforms, but it didn't happen that way. This part's hard. This part's hard. Posted a link to Krakow Wikipedia and Discord. Thank you. Appreciate it very much, NORAD. I will have a look at that because I'm curious. I really am. E.T. on Atari. You know what, Night Shadow? I kind of like E.T. on Atari. I know that's probably a really popular opinion, but I like E.T. on Atari simply because I grew up with it and I'm nostalgic for it, and I didn't know any better as like a 6-year-old. I was like, oh, cool, E.T., I like that movie. Here's a video game based on it. It was kind of weird falling in holes and like looking for Reese's Pieces and all that stuff, but I thought it was okay. And then come to learn later it was built in 6 weeks. That makes it look even better. I'm kind of impressed they did a game like that in 6 weeks. That level in Bart's Nightmare where it's Indiana Jones, that's what brings the whole game down for me, Zaylin, is the Indiana Jones, what's it called, Temple of Maggie in Bart's Nightmare. I hate that. I hate that so much. Okay, I'm actually back. Welcome back, Meows. Hope the kids are doing well. Hope the kids are behaving. I know how that can be. Merc Knight, welcome in. How you doing, Merc Knight? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to Ghouls and Ghosts Acts Only. That's what we're working on. It's quite a fall we just took there. That was kind of funny. Played Splatterhouse on a random arcade in Denny's. That's a hard arcade game, Cisco. I did a run of that, and boy, Splatterhouse is tough. I thought it was a lot harder than it was going to be. The original arcade version of it, it's nasty. Really fun game, but very high levels of difficulty. Trying to figure this out. Alright, that guy needs to shoot at me. Alright, now we're going to go get him. I can't jump up there. No! Snake! If we had the dagger, this would have been over an hour ago. 2 hours ago. Whoa! Okay, cool. Maybe I can do that every time. That's a really good speed strat right there, if you're going to speed run this game. I bet speedrunners would take advantage of that. Welcome in, Justin Horner. What's going on, man? Welcome on in. Good to see you. Happy Friday. I totally planned for that skip right there. No, I actually didn't. It just happened to work out perfectly like that again. And here comes the worst boss fight in the game. This fight sucks. This is not a fun boss fight. This is miserable. Well, with this weapon, it's miserable. With the axe, with the knife, it's okay. Hope you're having a great day, Justin Horner. Yeah, NORAD, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Everybody's been telling me about Krakow and Kirby for quite a while now, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm an idiot. I don't know. Oh, come on. We're going to be stuck on this fight for the next 30 minutes because I hate it. You can just annihilate this fight if you have the knife. It's easy. Kiddo's not sick anymore, but always end up wasting time talking lawyer shit with the ex-husband. Ugh. Lawyer shit. That's not fun. I've got a friend of mine that went into law school from high school, and he tells me some of the most outrageous things that he has to put up with from clients and the people he's dealing with. It doesn't sound like a fun job. I know lawyers get paid a lot of money, but it sounds like an honest-to-goodness miserable job. As a kid, my mom was like, you should be a lawyer. You like to argue too much. And I'm like, well, maybe I will. And then as I learned more about that type of stuff as I got older, I'm so glad I didn't go down that path. That would not have been something I would have enjoyed. This fight sucks. Snakes are becoming the new birds. They were for a split second. I'll give them that. But now this thing is the new bird. This thing is the new bird right now. I need to make more laughing bird emotes. Nah, no you don't. No you don't. We're good. We're all good here. No bird emotes. What? I hate this fight. I wonder how much fun you're having, Mixer. None right with this fight. I like this challenge besides this particular fight. This monster thing here sucks. This grub. Parasite, whatever it is. I don't care. I just hate it. Alright, we've killed one. Got 4 more to go. Alright, doing good, doing okay. Could be the run. Good shot with the axe there, took 2 of them out. Alright, we're making headway now. More damage. How did that miss? Do not fall off now. This is a perfect run. Uh-oh. We're still okay. It's got like 2 hit points left or something. Yes! Yes! You start from the right and work your way over. That makes that fight a lot easier. Alright. This level is surprisingly not... The first part of this level with the red armors is surprisingly not that bad because this weapon is kind of good against them. Oh, you stupid dragon. Are you serious? You had to ruin it, didn't you? You had to ruin it. Rush, what's up, buddy? How's Ghosts and Goblins? Going good, man. It's going good. Now that we just got past the boss that I absolutely despise with a passion, we're making headway. Rush, how are you doing today, man? Hope all is well with you on this fine Friday. Last time we beat all these guys without taking a single hit. It's probably not going to happen that way again, but that's fine. Well, so far so good. Maybe we can get our armor back. You guys don't know Rush, he's another friend we have that streams. We have a lot of friends, streamers that hang out here as well, and they're all great people. Always good to be part of the retro community here. Not even have to play retro. Whoa, that was close. I got him from behind. I totally planned that right there, to throw the weapon the wrong way and still kill him. Dead, okay. Red armors are just not much of a threat in this one, with any weapon. They're at their weakest in this game. Look at those beautiful emotes, Tony. Perfect. Jason Voorhees with Link raising a heart. Perfect. Definitely the characters I would expect to see together. This is not going to end well. I'm backed into a corner here. That pig is going to barf on me. I see it trying to do it. What if this was armor? How many times have I said, see, it's never armor. Why should I even think about that at this point? Hey guys, what if this is armor? It's never armor. They just don't give you armor back in this one. Alright, how are we going to deal with this pig? I have a weapon that doesn't even attack at the right angle. Alright, we can get him from there. Alright, that worked good. Way better than expected. Alright, we're already back to this. No problem, Rush. I do not mind doing shoutouts whatsoever. I'm going to die on purpose here, by the way. Because now we have to finish the game. This is where the game will be concluded. We have to pick up the bracelet, which is a good weapon in this one. This is not like the bracelet in the Super Nintendo one, where that weapon is god-awful. We also have to beat these Cyclops heads up here without taking a hit. Okay, we have to do this next part without taking a hit for quite a ways into this. It's not going to be easy. So you're trying to reverse a jinx like it's never armor, expecting the next one is. That would be great, wouldn't it, Coffee? If that actually happened that way, but I know this game and it will not show that kind of mercy. Absolutely not. Armor is more common in the Super Nintendo one, believe it or not, which is a harder game. This one is just refuses to give you armor. This is going to be gold armor, which is not really going to help. Alright, this is the fight we have to win without taking a hit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and die again. We have to win this fight without taking a hit. Not going to be easy. Alright, first chest we don't need. Second chest we'll get the gold armor. The chest after the third chest in a row we'll have the bracelet. This one refuses to give you armor, picks up armor. Yeah, but no. I need armor when I don't have any. Big difference. Took another hit. Okay. Take another death. Take a hit, take a death. Basically, you have to do this part hitless. Gold armor does no good in this game. The only thing it provides is magic, which in this game is very weak magic. And it doesn't even power the weapons up like the one on Super Nintendo. That's kind of a cool feature of that one, but this one doesn't even do that. Alright, this guy's pattern is a little bit RNG that time. That's okay. The least they could do with gold armor in this one is allow it to 2 hits, but they can't even do that. Alright, gotta do this without taking a hit. Gotta do this without taking a hit. Take a hit here. Can't take a hit here. Gotta be perfect. Guess Sega does what Nintendo don't, or was it the other way around? Blast processing. All that hype back in the day. I think blast processing was actually a real thing. I think it was a real thing. At the time, I thought Sega was just making crap up. Even as a kid, I didn't even believe that. But I think that turned out to be somewhat true. Culip, welcome in, dude. You really are a glutton the axe. Yeah, we're on loop 2. We've made it all the way here on loop 2 with just the axe. Now we have to get the bracelet to end the game. How you doing today, man? It's not going terrible. Some of the bosses have been interesting with the axe. That grub boss was terrible. And this part right here is a huge problem because you have to do it without taking a hit, which I'm unable to do right now. If we can kill one of these guys, it'll be okay, but I can't even kill one of them. And take another death. I'm going to try and get the one on the right first next time. This is loop 2, so they are attacking a little bit faster. That's part of the problem we're dealing with here. Okay, take another death. Take another death, that's fine. It kind of is, but completely misused for advertisement. Yeah, they were kind of making it out like it's just the most impossible thing ever that they've accomplished with the Genesis. And it was good. The Sonic games ran fast. I agree, they did. But they forgot to mention that Super Mario World was an infinitely better game than Sonic the Hedgehog. They forgot to mention that part. I'm not knocking the Genesis. I really like the Genesis. It's great, but Super Mario World is way better than any Sonic game. It's not even close. Can't figure this part out without taking a hit. Can't figure it out yet. Did make stuff after a fashion. The SNES did have overall nicer hardware. The Genesis had a main processing unit which clocked higher, so they had to use that one number for advertising. Yep, that's why the Sonic games ran so smooth and ran so fast. But the stupid part is when you Great. Didn't mean to fall there. Probably going to cost me. Or maybe not. Alright, so it worked out after all. So much for that complaining. Alright. They're faster this time. It's a problem. If we can get them from down here. Nope, that's not going to work. Oh, it did work. Hold up. You can hit that guy from underneath. Oh my god. See, the axe has a large sprite, and it's like somewhat cutting through the floor a little bit. Well, that will simplify things. If he dies, if it's even doing damage. It looks like it is. Axe is a case where they felt better. Likely felt it'd be better than it would end up being. So far, this has been the worst playthrough as far as, like, difficulty with weapons. The torch was better than this thing. This guy's not taking damage. I think he would have died by now. Yeah, the hit... Oh, he did die. Okay, so it counted. Wow, that's amazing right there. Yeah, the axe hitbox is big because it's such a big weapon. That really paid off right there. Unbelievably enough. All right, now we're going to be able to get the bracelet and finish the game. I don't think this is it. I think the next one or maybe this is it. Okay. Good. Now I finally get rid of this piece of crap. Now we can finish the game the proper way. And this is a good weapon, by the way. This weapon is absolute destruction against enemies. Does it have much range? No. Who cares? It does massive damage. Alright, that thing ended up trolling me. It's gonna cost to death. I knew it would. I knew it would. Yeah, that weird hitbox there. Really, really weird with the axe. Alright. I screwed that up completely. Got a little bit too greedy with the fight. I believe this guy didn't die. Alright, there he goes. Alright, now we have to do this awful part again. Wonder if I can hit him through the floor with the bracelet. Doesn't look like it. So SNES various modes kind of handle certain things more effectively than you'd manually get on Genesis. Yeah, like the Mode 7 thing. That was kind of the SNES answer to the blast processing. The SNES had the Mode 7 effects, which was really cool. They were both great systems. I had them both growing up as a kid, Super Nintendo and Genesis. I loved them both. Kind of hard for me to pick. Terrible. 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 There's armor right there. Armor. Armor was sitting right there. Could not grab it. Pitiful the bracelet was in this stage. Why they make you go back to the village. Yeah. Good point. The princess did say you have to go back to the village, but you can make the bracelet appear on any stage as long as you have the gold armor and get the next chest afterwards. Where was gold armor? There was supposed to be armor right there. What are we doing? Changing the rules? Alright, we don't need it anyway. Just keep going. This weapon lays a smack down. It does. It's so powerful up close. Alright, well, I'm just going to let this old man spell wear off. That's not going to be a problem. At least you can still attack when you're the old man. Genesis could do that. Would have chugged a bit doing it right. Can't forget Star Fox. Star Fox did amazing on Super Nintendo. For such a technologically advanced game for the time, Star Fox was a technological marvel. I'm still impressed they were able to pull that off. First time I saw Star Fox being played, I was like, am I playing an arcade game? Because this is really cool. This is amazing. There's our armor. Okay, see, good things are happening. Don't be a weapon. Alright. There's a prototype showing Star Fox running on the Genesis without an extra chip even. Okay, so Genesis could do it. Maybe they could do what Nintendo don't. Or maybe not. No! Gotta get there with freaking armor. Sorry, been quiet, rough day. Coyote, I'm sorry to hear that. I am very sorry to hear that. I hope things start getting better. I'll message you off stream. I hope things are getting better. I am very sorry to hear that. Because I know how it is. Some days just absolutely suck and you want to get them over with as quickly as possible. I had a hard time with Star Fox as a kitten. Me too. My God, Star Fox is a very difficult game. Very, very, very difficult. Very unforgiving. I've done Deathless of Path 1, which is the easiest path, and I've beaten all the paths in Star Fox. But nowhere close to, doing the entire game Deathless or anything. Path 2 is the one I hate the most. I don't even mind Path 3 that much. The second path, though, is just... Sector Y is like the worst level I've ever seen in a game like that. Alright, I really want armor. Alright, we have armor. Armor is good. Yeah, that's the thing, they didn't, right? Right, Diva? They never do what we expect them to do. I had to save up the money for the SNES myself without help from parents who severely dislike video games, and having judged from various video game magazines back then, my mind was set. There was not even a contest, as NES was my system of choice. I ended up getting the Genesis first because it came out before the Super Nintendo, but I ended up getting Super Nintendo not long after that, and I loved them both. Genesis was a little bit different right when it came out. There was no Sonic. Genesis was pretty much all old Sega arcade games like Golden Axe, Space Harrier, those kind of games. There wasn't a whole lot of unique stuff on Genesis at the time. The wasp just annihilated me, by the way, but that's okay. Yeah, I hate it when I hear someone not having a good day, meows. I really do. You guys have been such good friends to me. If you guys aren't having a good day, I'm not either. That's how I feel now. You guys have become my very best friends. And it's very wonderful. And let's kill Loki here, who's not that tough of a fight. He might beat me a couple of times, so I'm sure Xbox could have ran God of War, The Last of Us didn't, but they didn't. God of War was exclusive to PlayStation, wasn't it? Or most of it was. I always wanted to try one of those games, never had a chance to do so, unfortunately. Once the SNES was out with a list of games, it was easy to choose. I was an SNES kid. Secret of Mana likely determined my path. Secret of Mana, you say? Good old Secret of Mana. You can't, well, the only thing wrong with this game is that it's too easy. And the story gets kind of convoluted at the end. But we need to put, you know what we need to do, guys? This reminds me. We need to do a Secret of Mana run on stream without wearing armor or any protective equipment, because I know this game well, and if we're going to play it, we need to add some element of psychotic difficulty to it. So let's do a no armor run of Secret of Mana, and a no offensive magic run. You know, we won't use any spells from the sprite. Melee weapons only, and no armor. There we go. There's Secret of Mana. That's it. It was a glorious back and forth back then, Diva. You're not wrong. It was all about who likes Super Nintendo, who likes Sega more. The arguments at school were endless. They just were endless. And I was like, hey, guys, I have both. I like both. And they're like, you shut up. You don't count because you own both. That's how that worked out. And a lot of my friends ended up getting both systems as time went on anyway. And then they kind of saw things my way. They were like, yeah, both systems are good. And it's a pointless argument. Genesis wrote on arcade perfect ports early on. Yeah, I had Golden Axe. Like when I got my Genesis, it was Altered Beast, Golden Axe, and I ended up getting Phantasy Star 2 not long after that, which is a very hardcore RPG that I loved. Not a very balanced RPG, but one I'm nostalgic for. Do you want this dinky outrun on NES or the real thing on Genesis? Genesis was the first time to me it felt like actually playing arcade game at home. Definitely. The ports of Golden Axe and Altered Beast were practically almost identical. Love when they made alternate games with the same title. That was really weird when they did that. Dick Tracy Genesis was better. Batman Returns was better on SNES. Yeah, the same games but with a different title, and sometimes like 2 versions of different games, like Turtles Hyperstone Heist came out on Genesis, Turtles in Time came out on Super Nintendo. Same Turtles, but different types of, like, different games. Kind of cool that they did that. Mixer in chat is like peas and carrots. Great analogy, Zaylin. Love it. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. You guys are like my best friends now. I only have like one real life friend I still talk to and hang around with that I went to high school with. I still know a lot of people like on Facebook, and I keep up with them and stuff, but as far as like being like close friends, I only have like one left. And I've known him since like we were 6 years old. So that's kind of cool. No, yeah, no magic either, Culip. We'll do Secret of Mana without magic. We will use the girl's magic. What's her name? Purim. We'll use her magic for like defensive stuff, but we won't use the sprite's offensive magic for anything. None. We're not doing that. That's way too easy, I think. Well, for somebody that's never played it, it's fine, but I've played through Secret of Mana like probably over a dozen times in my life. Finally finished Secret of Mana for the first time a couple of years ago. How did you like it, Meows? I bet you enjoyed it. I bet you liked it. Because my first playthrough was magical of that game. My dad thought the public scare of Mortal Kombat's violence was absurd. He let me skip school on Mortal Monday to rent Mortal Kombat on console. That's a cool dad, right? My dad didn't care about video games at all until Street Fighter 2 and Mario Kart came out on the Super Nintendo. Then all of a sudden, he liked video games. I was like, Dad, I've been trying to tell you video games are cool. You wouldn't listen to me. But they are. Alright, there's Loki, by the way. That was the final battle for Ghouls and Ghosts. If you blinked, you would have missed it. But there's not much to say about it. So, we've rescued our blue-haired princess, which made it all worth it. So that's the end of our axe run. So we've now done every weapon in this game. What's there left to do in this game? What's there left to do? 1 credit clear and 1 credit clear and a deathless. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but I don't know about that. But we got it. You liked it a lot. Interesting, you're right, it did start getting weird towards the end. I think they skipped part of the story, Meows, because there wasn't enough room to include all the text they wanted to include. I think the Japanese version might have fixed that. I don't know. Thanks for the GGs, guys. Now, Kiss, good game. That's right. Go10, thank you for the 100 bits, man. Appreciate it. Fun run here. I enjoyed it. Good times. Axe challenge is done. I'm kind of not happy in a way because we're running out of things to do with Ghost and Goblins games. And I don't really like that. I like more to do. I like more. The princess was brought by a bird. That's okay. At least the bird was on our side for once. For once! Well, my dad just had different video game interests than me. He was constantly working in a way, so his attempts to turn it into a family thing fell through. Well, at least he appreciated that Mortal Kombat wasn't going to make kids go out and rip another kid's head